Since their origins in ancient Greece, the Olympics have been a global spectacle transcending borders and cultures, uniting people through sport. For many, it's an opportunity to put aside differences and celebrate unity and peace. But are we truly celebrating excellence, or are we merely obsessed with success and recognition? This question isn't new. In ancient Greece, there were heated debates about the true purpose of the games. While athletes competed to honor the gods and pursue arete, excellence in all forms, some wondered if this pursuit wasn't more focused on glory and victory than on moral development. Plato, for example, saw the games as a chance to showcase the balance between body and mind, essential for the ideal citizen. But let's be honest, practice didn't always match theory, with many focusing more on winning than on personal growth. An interesting example is an Athenian athlete who, after winning a competition, said he would rather be known as the wisest man than the strongest, a rare but intriguing perspective for the time. In the modern Olympics, revived by Pierre de Coubertin, the Olympic spirit was supposed to highlight the honor and joy of effort. However, issues like doping, excessive nationalism, and the commercialization of sport have often overshadowed this ideal. Imagine turning a unifying event into a showcase of national propaganda. These concerns raise debates about whether the true focus of the games has shifted to a relentless pursuit of physical superiority, transforming what should be a celebration of human effort into a competition for status and recognition. In this video, I want to explore these tensions and dualities, examining how different philosophers and thinkers view the Olympics. We'll go beyond medals and records to question what it truly means to compete and win. After all, the real question may not be whether the games are good or bad, but what they reveal about ourselves and the world we live in. The Olympics began as part of a religious festival in Olympia, dedicated to Zeus, the supreme god of the Greeks. More than just athletic competitions, the event included sacrifices and religious rituals, highlighting the deep connection between sport and spirituality. The idea of arete, or excellence, was central to Greek culture, permeating all aspects of life, from war to philosophy. Athletes were praised not only for their physical strength, but also for their discipline and self-control, essential qualities for a virtuous citizen. Plato, one of the most influential Greek philosophers, saw the games as an expression of this arete. He believed that cultivating both body and mind was crucial, and the games served as a form of moral training. It was a time when being a good citizen meant being both a warrior and a philosopher. More than just a physical competition, the games were a platform to express and reinforce the cultural and philosophical values of the time. Imagine an event combining deep philosophies with athletic displays, a sort of ancient TED Talks. The Olympic truce, known as ekekieria, suspended all hostilities during the games, allowing athletes and spectators to travel safely to Olympia. This symbolized a vision of a more peaceful world where differences could be overcome through sport, not war. This idea still resonates in the modern Olympics, which position themselves as an opportunity for diplomacy and understanding among nations. However, not everything was harmonious in ancient Greece. Cities like Sparta, which emphasized almost exclusively military and physical preparation, often neglected intellectual education. This drew criticism from other cities and philosophers who argued that the pursuit of arete should be balanced between body and mind. Additionally, there were concerns about the professionalization of sport, with some athletes dedicating themselves exclusively to training, raising doubts about the purity and fairness of the competitions. The ancient Greek Olympics were a multifaceted event, combining religion, culture, politics, and philosophy. They celebrated not just the human body, but also the mind and spirit. They were an opportunity to demonstrate excellence in all its forms, and a stage for debates on deeper questions about human nature and society. These debates continue today as we reflect on the true meaning of the Olympics in the modern era. On the side of support and sympathy for the Olympic Games are many great thinkers. Aristotle, another giant of Greek philosophy, had a more pragmatic view of competition. For him, sports practice was a way to cultivate both physical and moral virtue. He believed that through competition, individuals could learn to moderate their passions and develop a balanced character. In his work, Nicomachean Ethics, Aristotle discusses the importance of the mean, or mesotes, where virtue is found between extremes. In this sense, the Olympic Games were an opportunity for athletes to develop qualities such as courage and self-overcoming without falling into excesses. Aristotle also saw competition as a chance for self-knowledge. He believed that facing other competitors revealed our weaknesses and strengths, helping us understand ourselves better. For Aristotle, the ultimate goal of life was to achieve eudaimonia, or full happiness, and the games were a way to approach that. It wasn't just about winning or losing, but about becoming a better person through effort and discipline. A modern example could be seen in athletes like Michael Phelps, who, beyond accumulating medals, also faced and overcame personal challenges, showing that true gold lies in self-awareness. Additionally, Aristotle recognized the social value of the games. They not only promoted individual development, but also strengthened the sense of community and identity among citizens. Bringing people from different city-states together to compete in a common arena fostered fraternity and mutual respect. This aspect is especially relevant today, as the modern Olympic Games bring together athletes from around the world, celebrating diversity and promoting cultural understanding. However, not everyone shared this idealistic view. The Cynics and Stoics had quite different opinions about the true nature of the Olympic Games. Despite the support the Olympics received from philosophers like Plato and Aristotle, they also faced significant criticism from other philosophical schools. The Cynics, for example, were known for rejecting conventional values and promoting a simple and self-sufficient life. For them, the games were an expression of vanity and superficiality, glorifying the body at the expense of the spirit. Diogenes of Sinope, one of the most famous Cynics, mocked the pursuit of glory and recognition that many athletes sought. He believed that true happiness lay in freeing oneself from material and social desires, including the pursuit of fame. One could imagine Diogenes today, looking at social media and laughing at our obsession with likes and followers. The Stoics, on the other hand, had a more balanced view of the Olympic Games. While not entirely against physical activities, they emphasized the importance of maintaining indifference toward external outcomes. Epictetus, a prominent Stoic philosopher, taught that true freedom came from control over our own thoughts and emotions, not from external achievements. For a Stoic, winning or losing in the games was of little importance compared to the pursuit of virtue. Sports practice could be useful for developing self-control and discipline, but only if it wasn't accompanied by an obsession with results. These philosophical criticisms raise important questions about the nature of success and failure. In a society that often values tangible achievements above all else, the Stoics remind us that true value lies in how we respond to circumstances, not in the circumstances themselves. According to this philosophy, the pursuit of excellence in the Olympics should be a matter of personal growth, not external validation. This perspective is especially relevant today when many athletes face immense pressure to win at all costs, which can lead to unethical behaviors such as using prohibited substances. Furthermore, both Cynics and Stoics warned against the moral corruption that could accompany the pursuit of fame and recognition. The obsession with victory could lead to an inflated ego and a lack of respect for others. This was seen as a deviation from the true pursuit of virtue, which should be oriented toward the common good, not personal satisfaction. These criticisms remain pertinent today, especially in light of doping scandals and other forms of cheating that are common in high-level sports. These reflections challenge us to think more deeply about the values we promote through the Olympics. Are they truly a celebration of the human spirit, or a manifestation of our worst excesses? The answer may depend as much on the intentions of the participants as on how the public interprets and values these competitions. Ultimately, the Olympics can be both an opportunity for moral growth and a trap for vanity and selfishness. The inherent duality of the Olympics reflects the complexity of human nature. On the one hand, they represent the ideal of excellence and self-overcoming. Athletes from around the world train tirelessly to become the best in their respective disciplines, demonstrating admirable dedication and discipline. The Games are an opportunity for these athletes to showcase their skills and inspire millions worldwide. Examples of courage, determination, and sportsmanship abound, from athletes overcoming great adversity to those who display exemplary grace and respect in competition. On the other hand, the Olympics also reveal the darker sides of human competitiveness. The pressure to win can lead to cheating, such as using banned substances to enhance performance. Moreover, the commercialization and politicization of the games often shift the focus from sport to financial and ideological interests. Corruption scandals in international sports organizations, such as the International Olympic Committee, raise questions about the integrity of the competitions. These problems are not new. They reflect a continuous tension between the noble ideals of the games and the practical and imperfect realities of the human world. This duality is also evident in how the public perceives the games. For many, they are an inspiring spectacle, an opportunity to witness the peak of human capabilities. For others, they are an example of excess and waste, where enormous sums of money are spent on stadiums and infrastructure, often at the expense of more urgent social needs. The construction of Olympic facilities has sometimes led to the displacement of communities and the exploitation of workers, raising ethical questions about the true cost of the games. Additionally, the obsession with victory and success can distort the values the games should promote. When winning becomes the only goal, sportsmanship and honor can be forgotten. Athletes are often pressured to sacrifice their physical and mental health in pursuit of excellence, which can have devastating consequences. The case of athletes facing mental health issues, such as depression and anxiety, after competing, is a sad reality often overlooked amid the glitz of medals and records. Thus, the Olympics are a mirror that reflects both the best and the worst of the human spirit. They challenge us to consider what we truly value in our pursuit of excellence and remind us that, ultimately, what matters is not just what we achieve, but how we achieve it. How we approach these events can reveal much about who we are as individuals and as a society, and about what we are willing to sacrifice in the name of glory and success. The diversity of opinions reflects the complexity of the Olympics as a cultural and philosophical phenomenon. However, the real question may not be whether the games are good or bad, but what they reveal about ourselves. They show us how far humans are capable of going, both in terms of physical achievements and moral failings. They are a microcosm of our society, reflecting our aspirations, weaknesses, and contradictions. The Olympics can inspire the best in us, but they can also expose the worst. How we choose to view and participate in these events can help us better understand our values and priorities. In this sense, the Olympics are an opportunity for personal and collective reflection. They invite us to think about what truly matters in our pursuit of excellence. Is it victory at all costs, or the process of self-overcoming and growth that is more important? What does it mean to be a winner? And perhaps more importantly, what does it mean to be a good loser? These are questions the Olympics force us to confront, not just as spectators, but as participants in the human experience. As the next Olympic Games approach, we can reflect on the true meaning of these events. Are they a celebration of the human spirit in its purest form, or an opportunity to see how fallible and imperfect we can be? Perhaps they are both. What is certain is that the Games remain a globally significant event, capable of uniting and dividing, inspiring and provoking. And, as always, the choice of how we perceive and value them is in our hands. Follow the channel for more content on philosophy applied to modern life. Thank you for staying with us, and remember, knowledge is the path to true freedom. Count on me and follow the White Rabbit.